It's going to be a lot of fun watching the Park City offense attacking the pretty stout Juan Diego defense. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a low-scoring affair today, but hopefully they prove me wrong.
So Park City and Juan Diego are both perennial powers in Utah. Park City, they have state aspirations just like everybody else. We had a chance to catch up with Eli Levine at our media day that we held to get his take on what Park City's goals are for the season. What are you hoping for your team to accomplish this season?
I'm really looking to win state. I think we got it done. Our team's looking stronger than expected. I've been this close.
City Mitty, who's committed to Princeton, is going to be has a potential matchup against Bo Caldwell, who's a LSM for Juan Diego. What can you tell us about this matchup, Drew?
Man, both of them are grown men. They're over 6'3", physical players. It's going to be a lot of fun watching and seeing what kind of a strategy Juan Diego has put together to try and stop Bo and his counter.
And over to Connor Monson.
Looks like that's a matchup we were talking about before with Pedersen versus Caldwell.
Levine with a
so I think we'll
down Devin
talking about turnovers and see one right after.
Ball's over to number 22, Timothy Carroll. Over to number 17, Jonathan Castor. Schumann finds man on crease. Burbank looks to get free. Gets back with the ball up to Schumann. Schumann hitches.
Shot by number 14, Devin Baker, stopped by Kessler.
And ball will be retained by Juan Diego. Jonathan Castor brings the ball in.
That's a pretty good goose out into space, allowing Jonathan Castor to go pick it up, allowing Juan Diego to maintain possession.
Ball's over to number 17, Castor. Castor looks to initiate. Shot. And a goal. Well, that one sneaked by French.
Yeah, I think French needs to do a better job kind of hugging that pipe. It looked like Park City went ahead and decided not to slide to a Dodger that's covered by Andrew Pedersen, kind of leaving him on an island there. So did a great job, shortening the angle and slotting one home near side.
Pedersen, the defender, is the younger brother of Bo Pedersen, who Andrew Pedersen's actually a Maryland commit, and will be going out to Maryland to play out there in a couple years. Bo Pedersen brings the ball in. Has the ball stripped. Ball's recovered by Park City. Number 16, Eli Levine gets the ball back to Pedersen. Bo Caldwell was all over Pedersen there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup all day.
And shot for Kirby Baines goes wide.
That's a pretty good job getting underneath the defender into the middle of the field for Kirby. Just got to do a better job putting shot on goal.
And Schumann for Juan Diego has the ball. Drew, Juan Diego's key has been their defense, but it's their offense that's been performing very well this season. What do you think the keys for them have been?
Well, they're shooting pretty well. That's always a nice stat to see as a coach. They're also generally doing a good job being kind of spaced out, moving the ball quickly once the slide is drawn, and they're also pretty good cutters and unselfish players down on the offensive side.
Ball's turned over on a feed to crease. Ball's with French, the goalkeeper for Park City. And ball is now with number 25 for Park City, Connor Hales. Connor Hales rolls back inside, looks to feed, gets the ball to Pedersen.
Yeah.
Baines with the ball.
Yeah, tell me when you're ready to go.
Ball's over to number 18, Connor Monson.
Okay, ready to You're good.
Back to Monson. And Pedersen looks to dodge behind cage.
Turned on.
Pedersen with the shot, save by Miller. Juan Diego will bring the ball into the offensive end. Ball's with number 29, Burbank.
Looks like Juan Diego's electing to play kind of out of a 3-1-2 look. See a right alley dodge.
Montoya with the shot goes wide. And looks to have another stellar season this year.
Yeah, he's starting off with 2 games, so not a whole lot of opportunity there, but he's about 61% so far. Already allowing in 2 today.
Ball's with Levine. Over to, looks like number 22, Timothy Carroll.
22, I believe, is Dylan Bauer, right?
Oh, excuse me, yes, Dylan Bauer.
So looks like they moved him back down to more of an attack role. He was playing midfield to start.
Pedersen looks to shoot, gets the ball over the crossbar. All tied up at 2 here with 2:17 left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, he did a great job, attacking the top side of the stick there. Able to get his head around, and a beautiful finish finding that top corner.
Baines. Over to number 18, Connor Monson. Park City just working it.
See, Monson, yeah. Monson, freshman there, but you can realize that, his defender is sucked up really high, and instead of staying wide, if he steps up into a...
Not going to play into shooting today.
Could play a little bit of a role, some of the balls may skip a little bit more than expected. Looks like might have been the case on that one. The guys out there, the assistant coaches, did a pretty good job shoveling off about an inch of snow a little bit before game time during warm-ups there.
So facing off will be 16 Levine and number 9 Hoffman. Caldwell with the ball. Getting pestered by number 9, Andrew Pedersen. And over to Hoffman. Gets the ball to Schumann. So Drew, if you're Juan Diego, what are you drawing up here?
I think you're still dodging on the Park City short sticks. Trying to draw slides and moving the ball quickly. Definitely don't want to do anything fancy, trying to do too much. Maybe try and take although they're going at Pedersen, but I may try and draw Andrew Pedersen opposite the ball and try and take him kind of out of the play.
Schumann looks for help. Gets the ball to Castor. Back to Castor. Over to Schumann. Schumann looks to dodge. Gets his hands free shot. Save French. Burbank gets the ball over to number 14, Baker. And now back up to Schumann. Schumann looks for help, gets the ball to number 27, Montoya.
Looks like Juan Diego's going to go maybe big little, back below GLE. Instead electing to, Andy Schumann back there dodging on Brady, who they have listed as 5'6". I think that's a little generous, but, gotta love the kid. He plays like he's 6'5".
Schumann's been the key for Juan Diego's offense so far this year. He's averaging 4.33 goals a game with 6 goals and 7 assists.
Ball kind of pinging around there.
And we got a flag down on number 24, Teddy Elbert.
Yeah, I think Teddy allowed his stick to get a little bit high there. May have, connected with a face mask. And
so Park City will be man down. And we'll get to see the Juan Diego man-up unit.
Looks like they're kind of floating around in a 3-1-2 look.
Burbank gets the ball over to Schumann. Back to
Castor with the rip.
Number 6, Dominic Fabry will bring the ball in. And French gets the save. Park City will clear. Ball's over to number 8 for Park City, Baines.
So it looks like
looking for help.
They're going to go ahead and run the ball, try and kill the penalty here. Juan Diego electing not to double the ball.
Ball's number 25 for Park City, Connor Hales.
Good penalty kill for Park City there. French coming up with a couple good saves and good clear to maintain possession, keep Juan Diego off the scoreboard.
Ball's back to Pedersen. It's the ball back. It's number 8, Baines. And Baines with an errant pass. Juan Diego will clear. Hunter Easterly with the ball gets the ball over to the goalie, Cordial Miller. Miller Cordial.
Nice little stick fake there from Easterly. And an easy clear.
Ball's behind with Burbank. Gets the ball to Schumann. Juan Diego setting up their offense. Ball's up to Castor. Castor looks to dodge. Gets to the center of the field. Shots. Goal. That's a goal for Jonathan Castor.
That was a great job using the space that was given to him by Andrew. When Andrew went in, made contact, it actually gave him a little bit of separation, so Castor was able to step back, hard overhand in the bottom corner. I think it's just a little bit of extra space, able to fire one past Frenchie.
All tied up at 3-3 now with 5:13 left to play.
3-3 tie, folks. First game to go. Either way.
Juan Diego must have been doing some work on their faceoffs. They're doing much better than season average today.
Burbank with the ball. Getting held up by number 21, Luke McCall. Skips the ball to Schumann. Schumann with the shot. Save, French.
Yeah, it looks like French was able to get a foot on that one. A pretty nice jump shot there by Schumann.
French has started to pick it up here after letting in a couple early ones. Ball's back with number 14, Baker. Baker loses it.
Loose ball push called on.
And we have a loose ball push on Park City. Ball will stay with Juan Diego. Ball's over to number 28 for Juan Diego, Michael Herman. And over to Timothy Carroll. Carroll with the shot wide.
It looks like Juan Diego's got Bo Pedersen kind of stuck down here on defense. So I think if you're Juan Diego, you want to keep Bo on the field as long as you can. You know, I know the kid is crazy athletic, but, you know, everybody gets tired. So the more you can keep him on the field and maybe dodge at him, make him a two-slide, may pay dividends for you later in the game.
And Juan Diego loses it. Park City will clear. Ball's with number 9, Andrew Pedersen. Pedersen looks for help on the offensive end. Gets the ball to number 22, Bauer. And over to Pedersen, Bo Pedersen.
See, Pedersen's got a short stick matchup now. Timothy Carroll, I'm surprised he didn't challenge it a little bit more.
Ooh, shot goes wide for number 8, Kirby Baines. That was a great play by Park City.
Yeah, that was a good look.
Ball's over to number 16, Eli Levine. Now to number 25. And over to back to number 16, Eli. Eli looks for help. Shot.
Oh,
Goal.
wow. That was a great goal there. It was spinning around like he was in a washing machine almost. Get free, a hard overhand bounce shot, finds the top shelf.
So Park City goes up 4-3. With 2:23 left in the first half. Facing off will be Levine and Hoffman. Number 10 for Park City, Brady Bauman was able to win it, but turns it over.
Yeah, it was a great ground ball. He just hung his stick a little bit on the spin. And Caldwell was able to get a check and force a turnover.
And it looks like we have a timeout by Juan Diego.
Yeah, it was getting close to them on the 10-second count, getting it into the box. So smart timeout by Coach John Holmes, a seasoned Juan Diego coach.
And we'll take a quick commercial break. Two minutes, and we're back. Now we have 2 minutes 5 seconds to play in the first half. Park City leads Juan Diego 4-3. Drew, what does Juan Diego need to do here in order to hopefully even things up before heading into half?
Well, they're not playing bad offense. They've gotten some good looks, so I would say continue the course. Maybe, looks to me like Andrew Pedersen is causing the most havoc defensively. So maybe trying to, like I said, take him away from the ball. He does like to slide early, so pay attention to that. Maybe talk to your backside guys, whoever's being covered by Andrew. Maybe if you can make him a slide guy, be sure you're following the slide and being an option. So
Castor will bring the ball in.
Yeah, it looks like Park City's decided to come out kind of in a lock-off situation. Go right at.
Castor able to get inside. Gets off a bounce shot.
They went right at Andrew. Got a shot, but Frenchie up to the task there.
So Andrew Pedersen will bring the ball into the Park City offensive side. Gets the ball over to number 18, Connor Monson. And an errant pass.
Yeah, a little bit high. Unfortunate turnover there by Park City. I know that's definitely not what the coaches are looking for.
Ball gets ahead to Castor. Castor is averaging 2 points a game on the season with 4 goals and 2 assists in their 3 contests that they've played. Looks like a possession shot from Castor.
Well, I think there was some miscommunication there. He may have thought the time was expiring and decided to launch one. Lucky that they're able to back up the shot.
So Schumann gets inside, gets the shot off, goes wide. Drew, are you surprised that Juan Diego is just kind of going at cage here instead of waiting to hold for the final shot?
No. I mean, I think you want to try and get 2 if you can, but you got to be smarter than trying to feed a covered guy on the crease there. If you can get 2 goals before half, that's best. But you want to make sure that you're working for 100% shot, not trying to force anything. So.
So it looks like we have another timeout on the field. We have about 32 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, I don't think offensive coach Dan Mannix for Juan Diego is going to be happy with that possession. They weren't getting the quality shots that you want to get before halftime, and they were forcing it. So, you want to generate offense and go at the cage, see if you can get a good look. But you definitely don't want to end up in a situation like they are now where give the ball back to Park City with 30 seconds left. As we saw in the Brighton Park City game a couple weeks ago, they are very capable of scoring in short time. So
we caught up with head coach James Meyer at our media days on players to watch for on Park City. Let's see what he had to say.
We have we lost a lot from last year, but we have some really solid seniors and some younger players. Connor French, our goalie, is leading our defense. Tremendous skills. Bo Pedersen's a midfielder for us and does a great job. Some of the younger players, Dylan Bauer is a really solid attackman for us. So, you know, we're hoping that they can continue to improve and do well.
So a couple players that Coach Meyer mentioned were Connor French and Bo Pedersen. How big have they been for Park City so far this year?
You know, they've been huge for Park City this year. You know, Bo is their leading goal scorer and you know, main offensive threat. And then Connor French has been big in goal at anytime you're at or around 60%. That's an incredible save rate.
Ball gets fed to number 22, Dylan Bauer. Bauer looks for space.
That was a great skip pass from Patterson, but you definitely want to see Bauer going towards the cage when he catches that, give himself a little bit better chance to get a shot off. Instead, he caught the ball flat-footed and allowed Caldwell to recover and force the ball away.
So at the half, it's Park City 4, Juan Diego 3. We'll take a quick commercial break and catch you in the second half.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am Sisu, and I fend for you.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Tribal West is the first name in lacrosse out west. For more than 15 years, Tribal West has been gearing up beginners to ballers. Our online store is super easy, and we save you time and money. And team stores, let us do your work. Our deals for both men's and women's MCLA teams are flat out lax-tastic. We just made that up. Sublimated unis, made in the USA, and delivered on time. Tribal West, proud to be family-owned and player-operated. Tribal West, look good, play better.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am Sisu, and I fend for you.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Monson, number 23.
Welcome to the ULN featured game. I'm Matt Anderson with my co-host Drew Bicker. Drew, we got a good one for you today with number 1 Juan Diego matching up against number 2 Park City. What can you tell us about today's matchup?
Oh, it's going to be a good one today, Matt. It's going to be a lot of fun watching the Park City offense attacking the pretty stout Juan Diego defense. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a low-scoring affair today, but hopefully they prove me wrong.
So Park City and Juan Diego are both perennial powers in Utah. Park City, they have state aspirations just like everybody else. We had a chance to catch up with Eli Levine at our media day that we held to get his take on what Park City's goals are for the season.
His name's Kevin Baker.
What are you hoping for your team to accomplish this season?
I'm really looking to win state. I think we got it done. Our team's looking stronger than expected. I've been this close all 4 years of high school, so I really think this is the year. Hope so.
Could you speak a little bit to your assistant coaches and just the impact they've had on the program?
Oh, yeah, they're great. We have Brian Billsy is our associate head coach and defensive coordinator, played at Manhattan. Very fiery guy. His kids love to play for him. Phil Dobson won a national championship at Loyola. He's an exceptional offensive mind, and with those two, they do really incredible things for us.
Tribal West is the first name in lacrosse out west. For more than 15 years, Tribal West has been gearing up beginners to ballers. Our online store is super easy, and we save you time and money. And team stores, let us do your work. Our deals for both men's and women's MCLA teams are flat out lax-tastic. We just made that up. Sublimated unis, made in the USA, and delivered on time. Tribal West, proud to be family-owned and player-operated. Tribal West, look good, play better.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am Sisu, and I fend for you.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
And we're back overlooking the Salt Lake City skyline. We have back with the Park City versus Juan Diego matchup. Drew, let's talk about Park City's upcoming schedule. They will play Davis on the 20th, and then they travel to Boise to play Rocky Mountain from Idaho, East Side Catholic from Washington, and Lake Oswego from Oregon. What are those matchups going to do for Park City?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about those teams, but it's always a good test and a lot of fun to see, how teams from Utah match up against surrounding states. So that'll be a fun trip for them to take. 3 games in 3 days. It'd be tough.
And then Juan Diego, they play Alta on the 22nd. Grandview from Colorado is coming in to play them on the 28th. And then later they'll go on to play Moses Brown in Rhode Island on the 6th of April, and then LaSalle Academy in Rhode Island on the 7th of April. What do you know about those teams coming in?
I know absolutely nothing about Moses Brown or LaSalle Academy. I probably should. I haven't been up on my Rhode Island high school lacrosse. But, again, taking teams back east is a big step up. I know, Corn Canyon's gone back east, and a few other Utah programs. High school programs have gone back east to play against the best back there. So it'll be a great matchup. It'll be fun to see how they do against those two teams.
What can playing against that higher level of competition do for your team?
Well, it really gives you kind of a measuring stick. As much as when I was coaching, I hated having measuring sticks, quote unquote. But it kind of gives you an idea, gives the players an idea of the caliber of lacrosse from areas that have been a little bit more established for a longer period of time.
Facing off will be Levine and Hoffman. And Bo Pedersen able to pick it up. Ball's over to Levine. Levine looks to get inside. Gets the ball over to number 18, Connor Monson. Back behind with number 22, Dylan Bauer. And ball's up top with Kirby Baines. Back over to number 16, Eli Levine. So, Drew, if you're Park City, what do you need here from your offense?
Well, you need to create a little bit of a mismatch. You want to see what you can do to get Pedersen or Bauer, against a short stick. And, right there is a great example of, the defense kind of, staring at Pedersen as he drives a cage, maybe inching a little bit closer to him, moving away. And he did a great job finding a skip pass. Juan Diego's got to do a better job marking the man and recovering a little bit faster, get out on the shooter hands.
That was Connor Hales for Park City who was able to put that one in on the feed from Bo Pedersen.
Yeah, beautiful shot, off stick, hip, great placement.
Score is 5-3 for Park City with 10:51 left to play in the third quarter. And Park City will win the face-off. Number 10 for Park City, Brady Bauman has it. Gets the ball ahead. Can't connect to number 9, Andrew Pedersen. And Hunter Easterly just knocks over the Park City player.
Yeah, there's that physical defense we expect to see out of Juan Diego.
So number 28 for Juan Diego, Michael Herman has the ball. Gets it up to number 22, Timothy Carroll. Carroll is averaging 2 points a game for the Soaring Eagle with 3 goals and 3 assists. He's shooting 50%, which is great for any offensive player.
Absolutely. It means that he's getting into good spots and taking high percentage shots. Something that every coach likes to see.
So Burbank tries to dodge. Looks to roll around. Gets the ball over to number 2, Schumann. Schumann looks to get inside, feeds back to number 14, Baker, but can't connect. Number 19 for Park City, Nate Harwood comes up with it, loses it, and Andrew Pedersen gets the ball. Got turnovers all over the place.
Yeah, ball's getting knocked loose. I think these guys are trying to do a little bit too much clearing the ball instead of running to space and maybe even going backwards, being patient in a clear.
Shot by number 17, Jonathan Castor. Looks like it was outside.
Looks like we got an offsides call against Connor Hales. So
that'll be a 30-second penalty that Park City will be man down for. Get to see the Juan Diego man-up unit again.
Yeah, they didn't score the first time, so I think they generated a couple good looks, and Connor French was up to the task. So let's see if they drop anything different this time.
Schumann with the ball. Gets the ball inside. Back to Schumann. Over to number 29, Burbank. Burbank with the shot and goal.
Yeah, Burbank's got a rip. It's definitely something that Park City needs to pay attention to. They did a good job on a rotation and moved the ball quickly. Burbank was able to get a step down, hard overhand shot, fired it past Connor and French in cage.
So Park City leads 5-4 with 8:41 to play in the third quarter.
It was a much better job of Juan Diego's man-up unit forcing a rotation out of the Park City defense and getting them moving.
Facing off is Levine and Hoffman. Levine wins it. Ball's in with number 8, Kirby Baines. Over to number 2, Cole Ward. Back behind with number 18, Connor Monson.
Looks like Park City switched and has Bo running out of the attack in this possession here.
Cole Ward gets the ball back to Pedersen. Pedersen looks to dodge off a pick. Rolls back inside, tries a behind the back shot, goes wide.
That was definitely an interesting shot. Not sure knew quite what was going on there.
And another errant pass from Connor Monson. Do you think nerves are getting to him today in his first varsity start?
It's tough as a freshman. You get a certain amount of confidence down on the freshman, sophomore, JV level, but it is a step up to the varsity, especially when you're coming in against one of the best teams in the state. So he's got to settle down, be patient, make sure that he's doing the fundamental things, the right way.
Sure, we'll be hearing his name called in the coming years for Park City.
Absolutely. He's done some good things, just a few, as we call them, freshman mistakes that, he'll learn from for sure.
Ball's up with number 7 for Park City, Charlie Black. Over to number 18, Connor Monson. Over to number 8, Kirby Baines. Park City being very patient here. Over to Kirby Baines. Back to Charlie Black. Baines will dodge. Black tests the defense, gets a shot off, goes wide. What do you think of that shot selection, Drew?
Not a big fan of that shot selection, actually. You know, it's a jump shot from way outside. You know, you definitely want to work for maybe a little bit better, but
Bo Pedersen gets the shot off, goes just wide. Number 13 for Juan Diego. Andrew Bauman was able to back it up.
yeah, great backup. But again, you know, I saw the freshman Monson running at the backup, but he stopped for some reason. So another, you know, mental mistake. Like I said, it's, you know, everybody's bound to make mistakes. You just want to make sure that you learn from them and don't make the same mistake twice.
Ball's with number 29 Burbank for Juan Diego. Gets it up to number 17 Jonathan Castor. Castor looks to dodge. Feeds inside to Burbank. Burbank can't handle it. Schumann with the ball. Ball's to Schumann. Ball's up to number 9 Zach Hoffman. Over to number 17 Castor.
And Juan Diego's staying very spread out, being deliberate with the ball. You know, by staying spaced like they are, you know, they make the slides a lot longer for Park City.
Both teams being very patient on offense. Looks like we have a flag waved off that was going to be a hold.
Yeah, I think that the hold was called when Connor French had the ball. Therefore, it's just a turnover and not any time served.
Schumann will dodge from behind. Feeds inside to number 6, Dominic Fabry. Fabry shot goes wide.
That was great play and, you know, really good job by Teddy Albert to get in on the shooter's hands, forcing a wide shot.
Schumann's kind of the quarterback of the offense for Juan Diego, averaging 7 assists so far this year.
That's great. You know, you can see him. You know, he's got his head up, looking for cutters. You know, he doesn't ever put his head on the ground. That was a good look off the pipe.
Off the pipe, and then French makes a huge stop to keep the ball out for Park City.
There's a couple good looks there from Juan Diego, but stopped by the pipe and the goalie.
Ball's with number 22 for Park City, Bauer.
You know, Bauer's been really quiet today. He does have a short stick matchup against offensive midi Castor. So Juan Diego did a good job switching.
Bauer able to get inside but can't quite connect on the shot. Pedersen dives for it out of bounds.
Yeah, well-deserved backup there given to Park City.
You know, you love to see the leader of your team leading out like that.
Absolutely.
Hales with the ball, gets it over to number 3, Toby Burke. And down over to number 18, Connor Monson, gets it behind to number 23, Bo Pedersen. Pedersen wraps around cage, gets the shot off, just goes wide. Dylan Bauer on the backup. Bauer will inbound. Looks like they're matching up Caldwell on Bauer now.
Yeah, we're going to have a moving pick call.
Castor was able to get downfield fast. Looks like we'll have a fast break situation.
That was a good fast restart by Juan Diego, but Park City up to the task on their substitutions. So nice job by the coaches to have their guys ready to transition downfield.
So Castor has the ball. Gets the ball to number 6, Dominic Fabry. Schumann can't hang on. Schumann gets a shot off. We have a flag down. Looks like we have a slash on number 15 for Park City, Mark Koliazzi.
All right, another look at the Juan Diego man-up unit. See if they can generate the same result as their last opportunity.
So ball's with Castor.
Yeah, it looks like Park City has elected to shut off Sam Burbank, and Burbank took his man to X. So I'm not sure Juan Diego was prepared for that defensive strategy out of Park City.
Looks like it worked.
Yeah, it was a good call by the Park City defensive coach there, and again, something that I think the Juan Diego offense will learn from.
Brady Bauman tries to get inside, can't quite keep his feet under him. Cordial able to bring the ball down to the offensive end. Pass at the feet of his...
Well, he got the goalie out of the cage here. Let's see if Park City elects to push it upfield or...
Bauman with the ball again. Cordial able to get back in the cage.
I mean, whether Bauman knew it or not, it was a good decision not to throw it at the cage. The Park City attackmen were staying up high. Wouldn't have had backup.
We have a timeout called by Park City. We will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in just a second.
Tribal West is the first name in lacrosse out west. For more than 15 years, Tribal West has been gearing up beginners to ballers. Our online store is super easy, and we save you time and money. And team stores, let us do your work. Our deals for both men's and women's MCLA teams are flat out lax-tastic. We just made that up. Sublimated unis, made in the USA, and delivered on time. Tribal West, proud to be family-owned and player-operated. Tribal West, look good, play better.
So with 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter, it's Park City 5, Juan Diego 4. Drew, if you're Park City, what are you hoping to get out of this next possession?
Well, in my opinion, you're going to work for the last shot. Going into the fourth quarter, 1 goal or 2 goals would be even better, but definitely you want to make sure that your 1 goal, you don't give the ball back to Juan Diego to transition downfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see Juan Diego come out in some kind of maybe a shutoff look, trying to force a turnover, see if they can create a little transition themselves and even things up going into the fourth. I also wouldn't be surprised if they, sit back in kind of a zone look and force some confusion from the Park City offense.
So we'll see what the Juan Diego defense draws up. Number 2 for Park City, Cole Ward, will bring the ball in. Ball's over to number 18, McConnor Monson.
Looks like I was wrong on both fronts. They're just going to go with their standard defense.
Ball's over to Bauer. Gets the ball to Pedersen behind. Looks to get a pick from Bauer. Looks like a little bit of a give and go there.
That's a pretty good play. I kind of expect Bauer to handle that pass and continue, his push up above GLE. Let's see if they try that again.
So Pedersen looks to dodge, gets a pick. Elects not to use it. Gets the ball inside. Ball isn't handled by number 25, Connor Hales. And Juan Diego looks to clear. And that'll be the third quarter. Park City leads 5, Juan Diego 4. We'll take a quick commercial break.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack, I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am Sisu, and I fend for you.
And we're back, heading into the fourth quarter. It is Park City 5, Juan Diego 4. Drew, we're looking to have a great fourth quarter here.
It should be exciting. Yeah, Juan Diego's got to, figure out how to get maybe a little bit more ball movement. I think Park City has done a much better job communicating through picks than we saw in the Brighton game that we did. But I think if I'm Juan Diego, I'm still going and forcing the Park City long poles to communicate through picks and see if we can generate some offense that way.
Looks like Juan Diego has a new face-off man out there, Michael Herman. See what he can do against Eli Levine, who's been doing really well at the face-off X today.
Looks like Eli pinch and pop to himself.
Eli has been looking at colleges such as Cornell, Harvard, Penn, and Richmond. So obviously a great student as well as a great lacrosse player.
Yeah, that's somebody that competes in the classroom and on the field. So I'm going to make any coach proud.
Ball's with Bauer behind. Gets the ball to number 18, Monson. And ball over to Pedersen. Gets the ball to number 2, Ward.
Yeah, Park City's really spread out here, playing really high off the box. Again, that's making the slides a bit longer for Juan Diego, and if you're the Dodger, you got to have your head up.
So if your Park City is now too early to start milking clock, or do you keep attacking the cage?
One goal isn't a big enough lead, so you got to keep going at the cage. But patience is key, right? So working for the best shot and not the first shot. You don't want to force anything. Limit turnovers, and if they keep finding matchups and attacking, with their star players, Pedersen and Bauer, and see if he can draw some slides and move the ball. Looks like Pedersen's got a double here. He's got to move it quick.
Number 8, Kirby Baines can't hang on. Looks like it was kicked out of bounds by Juan Diego. Ball's back with number 22, Bauer. Bauer looks to get inside, gets a shot off and goal.
Yeah, that's the offense you want to see out of Bauer. Makes a quick move, does a great job getting upfield, and able to snap his head around, find the cage, and looks like he slotted it near pipe here. Let's see if we can.
So that'll make the score 6-4 for Park City with 10:04 to play in the fourth quarter. So Eli able to win another face-off.
Another pinch and pop to himself. It's a good win.
Ball's over to Bauer. Back up to number 7, Charlie Black. Back down to Bauer.
I would expect to see Juan Diego's defense maybe push out and be a little bit more aggressive. They need to generate turnovers and get the ball to their offensive end.
Wild shot there from number 16, Eli Levine.
2-on-1 on the backside with Pedersen covering both Schumann and Castor.
Timothy Carroll getting hounded by number 10, Brady Bauman.
Yeah, I like watching Bauman play. He's aggressive, you know. Like I said, they've got him listed as 5'6". I think that's pretty generous, but he plays tough. He got great footwork and
roll inside by Devin Baker, shot off the pipe. Save, French. What a save.
Did a great job. That ball came from below GLE, so French had to turn and find the shooter. You know, shooter could have done a better job maybe changing planes on that shot, but
we've got a push in the back, it looks like, on Juan Diego against Pedersen. Pedersen will bring the ball in. Pedersen looks to get inside, gets inside, shot. Couldn't tell if that was off the pipe or the goalkeeper.
yeah, he's always a threat to come at the cage, so you got to be ready at all times.
So Cordial will get the ball ahead.
What a great clear pass.
And Easterly dumps it off to Schumann. Burbank looks to get around the cage. Behind the back pass.
You know, Burbank, was it the plays of the week? He had 2 behind the back goals. So, you know, it's something he looks like he practices, and you know, if it works, great. But when it doesn't, I think coaches might be a little upset.
Castor tries to get it to number 22, Timothy Carroll.
Yeah, Castor did a good job recognizing the double team and getting rid of the ball, and fortunately, I'm not sure Carroll was ready for it.
So Burbank has the ball. Balls with Fabry. Gets a nice feed into Schumann. Schumann can't quite put it on cage.
Yeah, that was a really good look. You got to put that one on cage and force a goalie to make a save.
Schumann was open, gets another shot off. Save, looks like it ricocheted off French into the goal.
Yeah, pretty good placement. It looks like he was trying to go, you know, off stick hip. French was coming across the cage there, and that, you know, I think he got a piece, but ended up knocking it off the pipe into the cage. So good look there from Schumann.
So the score is now 6-5 for Park City with 5:35 to play in the fourth quarter. And Drew, we've got another good one here.
Absolutely, as expected. You know, between the 1 and 2 matchup, it's good to see good competitive lacrosse. Let's see what team can, you know, limit turnovers and take advantage of opportunities. This final 5:32.
So Levine will be facing off, it looks like, Hunter Easterly. Looking like Juan Diego's electing to double pull the face-off.
Yeah, when you're struggling with face-offs, you know, that's always a good way to go. You know, throw 2 poles up there, kind of jump things up, and worked out for him.
And we've got a timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back in just a second.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
And we're back. With 5:20 to play in the game, it's Park City 6, Juan Diego 5. Juan Diego has possession of the ball and looks to tie it up here. Drew, if you're Juan Diego, what is your strategy at this point?
Well, you got to generate looks. So attacking the short stick matchups, but again, forcing the Park City defense to communicate and make decisions, whether it's by moving the ball quickly off of slides that come at you, or putting them into different pick situations. I think that's going to be your key to generating looks. For Park City, got to stay out of the penalty box. You have to play defense with your feet. Can't allow any easy goals for Juan Diego to get them back in the game.
So it looks like the Park City will put Andrew Pedersen on the ball.
I think that may have been a missed call there by the official with Castor stepping over. Either way, the ball doesn't lie, and Park City comes up with a turnover.
Ball's over to number 22, Bauer. Bauer gets the ball up to Pedersen.
All right, so I would expect to see Park City's offense be very deliberate here. Again, 1-goal lead isn't all that much. So you got to waste some time. You definitely got to make sure you're going at the cage at least a little bit to hold off any stall warnings from the officials. But can't allow any easy turnovers. On the opposite side, I again would expect Juan Diego to begin to inch out and start getting on hands, maybe pressuring the Park City offense as they just kind of swing things around here.
So Pedersen looks to dodge, goes down the left alley, able to draw a slide. Looks like Levine will recover. Balls with Baines, goes down the right hash.
There's an instance there where, I think in the first couple quarters, you may have seen a shot there out of Baines, but really good decision there to keep the ball moving, maintain possession.
So ball will be behind with number 18, Connor Monson. Looks like we had a stall warning on Park City.
All right, so they've got to keep it in the box here.
And a push from Juan Diego will keep Park City possession.
I think Castor's got to be a little bit smarter there. You got to match up against a freshman in his first varsity game. So, stay off the back and let him maybe pick up the ball. See if you can force any turnovers from that.
Shot goes wide for Pedersen. Park City will inbound. Looks like Bauer will bring the ball in.
Park City has killed over 2 minutes here.
At what point do you start putting pressure on if you're Juan Diego?
Right now, I think. Not trying to get outside of yourself and trying to go for crazy takeaway checks, but maybe inching a little bit further out and making the adjacent passes more difficult. You've got really good defensive players, so.
So Bauer drives around cage, gets the ball to number 25, Connor Hales, back to Bo Pedersen. Pedersen dodges, gets inside, loses the ball. Juan Diego comes up with that. Hunter Easterly can't hang on.
It's a big possession there.
And number 27 for Juan Diego, Levi Montoya comes up with it. He'll bring the ball down to the offensive end with 1:53 to play. Juan Diego with a chance to tie it up here. Burbank with the ball. Looks to get inside, rolls back. Can't find anyone open. Here comes Schumann. Schumann with the shot. Goes
that
wide.
was a great dodge there by Schumann, just firing a little bit high.
Devin Baker will bring the ball in. Drew, if you Juan Diego, whose stick are you putting the ball in?
Well, I'm trying to go with Castor, Schumann. Obviously, Burbank is a good option as well. So you've got goal scorers out there, but looking at them right now, they're pretty much kind of standing still. Not a whole lot of movement.
So an interesting shot from number 17, Jonathan Castor. Park City able to take the ball over with a minute left to play. And we'll have a timeout from Park City.
That was a big possession, big ground ball there by Teddy Elbert coming up with that. Getting into space and allowing coaches to call timeout. Now you're 58 seconds, so, first and foremost, you got to clear and you got to get in the box. And since you're up by a goal, you got to keep it in the box. So, definitely expect Juan Diego to, get into a shutoff situation. I don't know if they've practiced a 10-man ride, but it might be a good time to, throw that out.
So do you double the ball here off the timeout?
If you've practiced it, you don't want to, send the guys out trying to do something that you haven't practiced yet. And, being this early in the season still, it's always tough to get to those 10-man type situations. But, the Juan Diego coaching staff is top-notch, so it wouldn't surprise me if they practiced a 10-man. So I'm expecting to see a 10-man ride and doubling the ball, absolutely. And if you're Park City, I don't know if you probably looking at putting the ball in Pedersen's hand and, seeing if he can do another split the double and get a touch. I don't know how much juice he's still got left. My guess is quite a bit.
So number 23 for Park City, Bo Pedersen will inbound the ball. Looks like they are going with the 10-man ride. Ball's on the ground ball's passed over to number 18, Connor Monson, number 22, Bauer.
It's far too easy of a clear for Park City. Not sure Juan Diego had completely practiced. It looked like their so-called safety hanging out in the middle of the field may have been kind of out of position.
So with less than 30 seconds to play, and we have a shot from number 22, Dylan Bauer with the goal to seal things up for Park City.
Oh, great aggressive move there, taking advantage of the the overextended defense, and good job slotting that home. Goes to show why he's a Johns Hopkins commit. So it looks like that should be it. Obviously crazier things have happened. 2 goals in 22 seconds is possible. It's going to be, a tough task for, looks like a little bit, not sure what's going on here.
Looks like there's an unsportsmanlike conduct call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the goal on Park City gives Juan Diego possession. So that's, a little bit of life for Juan Diego. They don't have to battle at the face-off.
That's just what Juan Diego needed to hopefully get it back in this game.
They got to go quick here, and Burbank's got a rip, so.
Oh, shot
wow.
off the defender. Looks like we have a push in the back there, flag down.
Saved by a defender. A loose ball push.
12 seconds to play.
Possession. Park City will maintain control. We've got 12 seconds remaining in this 7-5 ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen a great ball game today. Played clean.
So, kind of as we expected, more of a low-scoring, close game. That was definitely a good one, and we expect Park City to be able to run out the 12 seconds here.
So number 1, Juan Diego, will go down to number 2, Park City.
Yeah, Park City played a really good game today. Even early on, being in the penalty box a few times, giving Juan Diego some chances. They were able to convert. What were they, like 1 of 3 on man up today? So, Park City doing a good job showing why they're usually one of the top teams in the state.
So check out our website on Monday and see where these teams fall in the rankings after the game today, as well as other teams from across the state. Park City with a solid win today. Drew, what do you think? What do you think the key was for Park City here today?
They did a really good job offensively with the ball between the lines. I thought they cleared the ball very well today. They did a great job getting back in transition in the case that they did turn it over, stalling out the Park City, or the Juan Diego transition and fast breaks. So, I look for Juan Diego to rebound, maybe clean some things up offensively. I don't know as though they did a really good job of generating quality shots today, but the shots that they did have, I think French did a good job in goal for Park City, and Miller did a good job in goal for Juan Diego as well. Anytime you keep Park City under 7 or 8 goals, that's a good game.
So that'll do it for us here. For Utah Lacrosse News, I'm Matt Anderson here with Drew Bicker. We'll be signing off. Catch our next game, our next ULN featured game, which will be coming up in the next couple weeks. Thanks, and see you later.
Tribal West is the first name in lacrosse out west. For more than 15 years, Tribal West has been gearing up beginners to ballers. Our online store is super easy, and we save you time and money. And team stores, let us do your work. Our deals for both men's and women's MCLA teams are flat out lax-tastic. We just made that up. Sublimated unis, made in the USA, and delivered on time. Tribal West, proud to be family owned and player operated. Tribal West, look good, play better.